yeah, Austin, your 9RX ain't got nothing on me.
20 minutes later.
Top of the afternoon to you laddies, my name is the Rental Man Buck, and welcome to the 10,000k subscriber face reveal special. Aren't I just ugly? Nah. Welcome to the video, guys. I hope you all enjoy this one, as this has been a weird journey that I never thought could even be possible without all of your guys' and gals' support. So first of all, as you probably can notice, these two things behind me look fairly familiar. From the landscaping series, you can tell we have the John Deere GS45 54-inch commercial deck lawnmower that I personally love to use because obviously it's sitting right here, and if I can have it in a game, why not? And secondly is my single axle Neil Manufacturing, I don't even know what brand it is at any point anymore, single axle utility trailer with the high walls. But you guys just want to come here and find out more about me, which I hope is kind of the whole point behind this video. So let's sit back, relax, and let's get into some of these questions. I'll start reading the questions off. If they have already either been answered or have been technically solved beforehand, I will pass over them, but if I haven't answered them, then I'll try and do my best to catch something. The first thing comes here from Elijah. Do you play any sports, and if so, what kind? Well, what sports? I used to be an all-sport athlete. Football, track, wrestling, baseball, you name it, I was pretty much in it. And then about 2 years ago, freshman year, I'm actually a junior in high school, so people who asked if I was in college, there's your answer. Freshman year, I decided I was going to play one more year through all the sports, and then sophomore year, I dumped them. I didn't do any of them. I became a drama guy, did the one acts, did speech, did all that beautiful stuff, and I actually had really good fun with it. It was a fun opportunity. The next question, though, comes from Curtis. How did you and Grant get to know each other? I actually got to know Grant kind of about a year ago around this time. It was right around the video where you guys saw. I could post it up here I could post it up here on a little tag to the video that he originally kind of debuted one of my mods. It was that Chevy High Country, which you guys are also asking about. That truck, I'm telling you guys, I don't know if I'll ever finish it. It was something I wanted to do for the landscaping series. It deserves a remodel, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's going to come from me. But to get the story to know between how I got to Grant, I met him on Facebook, chatting with distributing some mods. Then Formal Pickle and I, once again, tag up in the corner, go check him out, subscribe to the Formal Pickle. I would have worn his shirt that I have, but can't find it. Mainly it started with I knew Pickle first. I knew Jake first before I knew Grant. We never really got to know each other until about the third episode on our County Line series, when I got up the guts to pretty much ask Grant, hey, do you want to do a farming series with us? We have all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And he said, sure. So we got super hyped, and then all of a sudden we just went from absolute nobodies to somehow being 40,000k channels and 10,000k channels. And we didn't even know if we were we used to laugh when we used to get 40 views. Age? I am 17. Surprising, huh? How long have you been modding, and what made you get into modding? See, that one I don't really know, because it almost kind of goes back to, if I think someone asked, like, why did you want to play the game at first? It was late 2013, early 2014. I went over to a buddy's house, actually about 2 miles that way, about 2-3 miles out that way, and he said, hey, do you want to play this farming game? Got onto this thing, and I drove the K600 Steiger. I didn't even, like, at that point in time, I only played games with the arrows, so when it came to WASD, I had no idea what I was doing. And I fell in love with the game. It was FS13 at the time. I got the game. I didn't even know how to download a zip file, let alone put it in the game. And after that, once the day I found out how to put a zip file in my mod folder, it just went downhill from there, because I had a really cruddy laptop, and it was a great time. FS15 came around, and I had a PlayStation 3 Super Slim, so stupid me knew that my PlayStation could run the game better than my laptop. So got FS15 on console. No bueno. Bad idea. No mods. And I made up my mind. I got a new computer about 2 years ago, and then I got FS17 halfway through its lifespan. I became a mod hunter almost. I kept always searching for stuff, but I always still wanted to have the grind to learn how to make this stuff myself. because even becoming a mod hunter, it kind of sucked because I didn't really get into Facebook mod groups until, again, 17. But because I hunted for them, it always made me feel bad because I always wanted to give back. I've been one that if I take something, I usually want to try and give something back. So I forced myself at the end of FS17's lifespan into 19 to, okay, I'm going to start to learn how to do this stuff. I actually did do one FS17 mod. It was a reskin of the Husqvarna lawn tractor pack, and it looked like a John Deere at the point. Like, I got it pretty much spot on, as close as I could. That was my only mod from there. And then 19, it just progressively, it just grew. And then I got to the point that I did. Don't know how, don't know why. Yeah, long story. Next question here comes from Jackson, and he asks, what type of truck do I have? I don't have a truck. I have a 1990 Oldsmobile Tornado. Trofeo edition, so I kind of got a rare one. Kind of got in a fender bender last year, though. Sadly, front fender got pushed in. Guy was leaving the parking lot at school and just right across the front end. It's kind of sad. Next one here comes from Bladen. He goes, what's the most fun part of the roleplay series? I would have to say the most fun part of the roleplay series is just getting together with the guys. I mean, we don't really play together as much as we do now than we did however many months ago back on County Line. But still, just getting together with everybody, it's just a really fun experience. Next one comes here from the 88 Rancher. Where am I from? I'm from the great state of Nebraska. Welcome to the red life. The next one here comes from Ford Raptor. It's a pretty good name. I didn't know trucks followed me. Are you going to do a tractor dealer with Austin Jake in the new series? If you're referring to the 1980 series, no. I am keeping all of that stuff. That dealer series is going to be separate. Platte Valley, I love it to death, but I'm keeping that separate from my farm series. It takes up too much time if I have one of them and the other. If I have them mixed, it just does. It would work if it was literally all I did, but just not right now. Next one here comes from John Deere's 6920. What's your favorite tractor brand and what model? Well, actually, yes. My uncle, who actually has a farm about 2 hours south of me, he runs a John Deere 8345R, which is a very consistent tractor you usually see me run when I run a newer 8R series. That's probably my favorite tractor. I'm a big Deere guy. As you can see, I have a John Deere lawnmower. Kind of runs in the family. Who started the role play as well also came from Deere. Both Pickle and I. We started it back when he used to run his pickle jar community, and he ran on Twitch, and we just decided, you know what? We're going to start up a series that we possibly just want to be super realistic with, all these different features that we wanted to incorporate into it. Invited Grant, here we are today. Next one here comes from Dustin the Gamer. Do you know that Tim Modding is making a John Deere 332? Yes, I've been following that, and I actually have done some business with him, and he's modeled me some parts for some certain mods. He's a very great person. He's a very talented modder and a very, very talented modeler. Next one here comes from Baseball Swag. If I get to 25,000 subscribers, can I make a truck for console? Well, two things. One, by the time I get to there, FS19's lifespan will probably be over, so who knows, someone might put it out even before me. But two, the restrictions behind consoles is so strict that you have to fall within like so many guidelines, and even on some mods like my Ford, if I ripped off that back and put on a Ford badge if I ripped off the Ford badge, put a lizard on the front, it wouldn't work. It doesn't pass any of those things, so it's just not possible. It doesn't have licensing either. That's another huge one. Hey, another one here comes from Shane. What's your favorite truck to use in FS19? Has to be my 2020 series. Now, if I could get an older generation, like the 2018 with the extended cab and the 8-foot box, mint. Next one here comes from my good buddy Breaker. How many more people are going to be coming into the landscaping series? I haven't really decided because it just depends. I really don't know. That video is kind of a hit and miss. I want to throw in some new content, maybe some new creators that would like to have a spot on there. I'm going to keep it low profile for right now, but who knows? It could be a variety of people. Next one here comes from Farm Boy. Oh, actually, no. This one, next one here comes from Floppy 4. What is your favorite memory of work or farm related or not? If it was related to the YouTube thing, it would have to be the night that I got the first call from Grant, and I was pretty much a giggly little piece of, yeah, you know what. And we got that whole thing going. If it was just regular life, I don't really know, because only being 17, you got a lot of life ahead of you to find your best memory. Next one here comes from Farm Boy, and that is, how long does it take to edit an 80s video? Heck, it could take 5 minutes. Heck, it could take 5 hours. I figured this one would come up. Michael asks, do I have a girlfriend? Nope. I'm single, boy. Titan X asks, in the landscaping series, I talked about some riding lawnmowers that I might be releasing. That is true. I don't know when, because there's a couple issues I can't figure out how to fix on it right now, and they're kind of important issues. So just kind of keep an eye out. I'll keep you guys up to date on that when I can. Farmer Ryan asks, what are some of my 2020 milestones? Well, right now it's not to get sick. And second, I don't know, just pretty much just expand the content, get something new, have great things happen. That's what my milestones are. Shane asks, will you ever do a multiplayer server with the fans? I don't know. Maybe. Somewhat. I have no idea. I personally don't have trouble getting on the game for single player myself, so to do a multiplayer one, that would have to be something, possibly a summer idea. I don't know. Illinois Farmer asks, have I farmed in real life? If you count garden farming, yes, but otherwise, nope. I have gone down to my uncle's to do harvest, though, so I have done actual harvest. He runs a John Deere S680 as well as a John Deere 8345R hooked up to the back of a J&M 1326 Brainstorm auger wagon. It's one heck of a time. And then I get to go drive his Gator that he has down there every once in a while. Hasn't happened, though, for a while. Sam Lee asks, Ford or Chevy? I usually like to circle my mistakes, so I'm a Ford guy, but I do love Ram. I give Chevy so much. If you guys haven't seen, there's my neighbor's cat's running around, so I give Chevy a whole lot of crud, but it honestly doesn't really matter. They're all the same. They all have their issues, but I personally prefer, I really prefer Ford. I was born and raised the Blue Oval, so that's kind of how I stay. RGX Fury asks, why do you like Farm Sims so much, and will I ever do any more games? Well, that kind of comes from you guys. I don't really want to throw 1,400 different games in directions that if I would be a solid channel on something. I personally love Farm Sims just because it's actually kind of my most prized possession game. Even though it's a kind of a low level, why would you buy this at a Walmart kind of game, I love it. It's fun. I've learned how to modify the game now for my own liking. It's just a real stress reliever. And the next one, well, actually the last one here comes from Braden, and he goes, how long have you played video games for? I have actually played video games as long back as, I think my first thing I ever got was a Nintendo DS, the original. Not the 3DS, not the original Nintendo DS Lite. I've lost the stick for it like 1,400 times, so I use toothpicks. But that's pretty much all the questions and answers that we got for me. I would like to give a huge shout out to all my buddies in the Boomstick Club, especially Pickle and especially Grant. Everybody, Austin, all of them are great people. Steve Yo Clutch, everybody. They're all really great people. Never could get to this point, especially without all you guys sticking here with me. I appreciate all the time that you guys have given me and the amount of things that have happened over the past 6 months. It's been a real life changer. I think that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you for checking out this video. I'm hoping you guys get to see this. I do now have a face cam for my computer. I got it in the mail from Amazon about 2 weeks ago. Well, about a week ago. So now in live streams, once I get all that set up, you guys will be able to see this face again. And I might do some IRL videos. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of content to do IRL videos with, but I don't know. Maybe a mowing the lawn video. Heck, I don't know. But like I said, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you all for coming out here to check out this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. And this is the Rental Man out.